Well, I guess we just have to settle with a series split. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Social Media to recap of the last day's game to the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. As the Phillies lose 6-1 to the Cardinals. After winning the first two games of the series, they come back and then lose the next two. And I guess before you get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share your bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I hate to complain. I really hate to complain, especially how good this Phillies team has been since early June. But when you win the first two games of the series, you have to take care of business and at least win one of the next two. And we fail to do so, right? So we win the first two and then back and lose the next two. It's just so typical of this team. It's all the signs of all the makings of a 500 baseball team, and it's very unfortunate that is the case, right? Something that we wish wasn't the case, but we work our way up to 7 games above 500. Now we work our way back down to 5 games above 500. We are now tied once again for the third wild card spot. With the St. Louis Cardinals. They win the season series over the St. Louis Cardinals by taking 2 out of 3 at Citizens Bank Park and splitting the series in St. Louis. So 2 years in a row we split the series in St. Louis. So we easily could have won 3 out of 4, and we also could have easily lost 3 out of 4 though at the same time. Remember that second game of the series, the 1-0 win. I don't know how in the world the Cardinals didn't score. That was just a miracle. And speaking of the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning, Rhys Hoskins. This is a guy that hits pretty well at Busch Stadium. I talked about it before as he homers done a fly ball to left field way back there. His 18th of the season, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia here in the first. So the big fella, right? The big fella, Rhys Hoskins, goes yard. So just now 2 shy of 20 on the year. He's definitely had a solid season. This is another guy that's just about to hit the 20 home run mark on the year. It's just hard to believe. It just goes to show you what a good year he has had. He really has turned around his season. So he goes deep again. Of course, it's another solo shot because no one ever gets on base for these home runs. I love to know how many solo home runs we hit, as a team. We have to be towards the top in the league. I've never seen a team hit as many solo home runs as this. It's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Who hits a lot of solo home runs also is Kyle Schwarber. This whole entire team, especially Kyle Schwarber, a lot of solo home runs because not many people really get on base, and that tells you something. We're really not that good of a team with runners in scoring position, and we do a lot of our damage when the runners are not on base. And we pick it up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Old friend Corey Dickerson singles on the line drive to center field. Joey Carlson comes around to score, and the Cardinals now tied at 1. And then Corey Dickerson moved up to second on that terrible throw from Matt Filling out center field. What in the world was that? Pretty much had no chance at getting Dylan Carlson. It was kind of weird though, right? The day before, Matt Filling was trying to throw out Dylan Carlson at the plate, and then the very next day he has another opportunity to throw him out at the plate. But this one, first of all, it was a terrible throw, and also it wasn't close enough. It didn't warrant a throw to home plate. It should have just hit the cutoff. That was just not a good play. And it allowed Dickerson to move up to second base. So the Cardinals now tied at 1 off of Veranola. So that was a changeup. After tagging him with fastballs in his first at-bat, right, Corey Dickerson, and get ready to get him, then they kind of move away from that a little bit. And his curveball was not good last night. They just had him, especially the curveball and changeup just was not good last night. The fastball didn't look bad. He moved away from the fastball late in the start, and it really seemed to hurt him, though. He moved away from that, for the second time through the order. Pick it up here in the same inning. Mondo Sosa doubles on the line drive to left field. And Corey Dickerson comes around to score as the Cardinals now take a 2-1 lead. That was Sosa's 3rd double of the season. So just like that, bang, bang. And as I said, his stuff was just catching way too much of the plate. That was a curveball right there. And as I talked about, he moved away from the fastball to the second, time through the order. And the fastball and changeup were not working last night. They were catching way too much of the plate. It almost looked like last year. Everybody's going to have a rough outing, but it's just when you have to pick up one of your best pitchers. This is a guy who's the second best pitcher in this staff, in this starting rotation, and you pretty much gave him no run support once again. Yesterday, he went 7 innings and got smacked with 5 earned. Still, that was not a very good start last night from Aaron Nola, but this is when you need to pick up, one of your horses, right? I wouldn't say ace because Zach Wheeler's the ace, but this guy's had one heck of a season, and you did not have his back last night. That's very unfortunate. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Andrew Kitzler singles on a fly ball to right field, a little dunker that just happens to fall in there. That was pretty much kind of like a jam shot. Sosa comes around to score. Cardinals now extend the lead now 3-1 ball game. So that was just unfortunate, right? I mean, that ball just happened to fall no man's land out in shallow right field. That ball was not hit hard at all. Sometimes things like that are just going to happen. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He does it again as Corey Dickerson homers on a fly ball to right center field. A 2-run shot that also scores Albert Pujols. And it's now 5-1 St. Louis. So Corey Dickerson, we all remember how good he was for the Phillies in 2019. Hits his 3rd home run of the season for the Cardinals. He's not got off to a very good start with the Cardinals, that is for sure. An average below the 200 mark, 196. And he has a 564 slugging percentage. This is a guy that's had a very good career. 33 years of age, a 280 average, 131 career home runs. And you go take a look at what he did for the Phillies in 2019. It certainly was something very special in just 34 games. He hit 8 home runs, 34 RBIs, and 293 average. And he slugged to 579 with the Phillies. He had a 579 slugging percentage with the Phillies. And he had an 886 OPS. So I think we kind of forget how good this guy was with the Phillies. Remember, he did break his foot that ended his season with the Phillies that year in September. But Corey Dickerson was an above-average pickup for the Phillies that year. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Cardinals tack on another one as Lars Nootbaar homers on a fly ball to right field. A solo shot, and it's now 6-1 Cardinals. So Lars Nootbaar adding on to the Cardinals' lead. 3 home runs now on the year for him. So that would be your final. A 5-run lead for the Cardinals as they win 6-1. As it's talked about, very, very dejecting. And this offense, where did it go? Where did it go? Totally asleep. We had no offense last night whatsoever. You can take a look at Kyle Schwarber at the leadoff spot. His performance last night. The walks have definitely been down recently as he also strikes out twice. Average sits at 219. Rhys Hoskins, 2 knocks last night. He solo shot to left field for his 18th of the season. Definitely had a good night last night. Works his average now up to 255. And his OPS sits now at 841, 43 RBIs. I can't believe we got Nick Castellanos with about 40 RBIs. We got Rhys Hoskins with over 40 RBIs. We got Kyle Schwarber in the upper 50s with RBIs. So definitely, had 3 guys right there. Even if you want to include Bryce Harper in there, who also close to 50 RBIs as well. And that's impressive. You got 4 guys right there, with above 40 RBIs. Last 30 games in 324, 9 home runs, 16 RBI, 424 OBP. Plus a 686 slugging percentage. So this guy over the past month has just been so much better. Not so much over the past week or so, but overall he's just been so much better the last month. And Nick Castellanos 1 knock last night, also striking out twice. And Derek Gall gets to start out of the cleanup spot again, as he also draws a walk as well. And JT Realmuto 2 knocks last night. So works his average now up to 240 again. I mean, we need that average higher. I mean, 260, 270. 260, 270. And I don't really care as much about the averages as I do with the OPS. And the OPS sits at 684. So we definitely need that OPS higher for sure. I mean, Nick Castellanos sitting with a 673 OPS. Hard to believe JT Muto has a higher OPS than Nick Castellanos. That's very, very interesting. Dieter Gregorius, A-list performance last night. Not much out of him. Really not surprising. I mean, you're going to take a look at 653 OPS. I mean, Dieter Gregorius with a 653 OPS. I mean, this guy is just a joke. He's homerless this year and 158 ABs, 13 RBIs. I mean, this guy is just a joke. He really is just a joke. And Alec Boehm, I mean, oh my goodness gracious. Sliding into second base. Thought he broke something. When he's walking out the field, he said it broke. It broke. X-rays did come back negative on Alec Boehm's dislocated left finger. And this is Rob Thompson, I quote, "They popped it back out and he'll play to tolerance." So Rob Thompson, that is his word on Alec Boehm. Alec Boehm will get the next 2 days off as the Phillies do travel to Toronto. That's nice. He will be able to rest that up a little bit. And Yanni Muniz came in the ballgame to take over for him. And of course, he didn't do much at the plate. And Bryson Stott, it was performance last night. Not much out of him. And Matt Phelan gets to start out in center again as he collects a knock, but just a terrible throw to home plate on the Corey Dickerson RBI single. An attempt to get Dylan Carlson. I mean, you had no chance. You had no chance. Should have just thrown it to the cutoff man. And take a look at Aaron Nola. Starts 7 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. All 5 are earned. Didn't walk a batter and struck out 7. A 3.35 ERA. Gets smacked with a loss. Now 5-7 on the year. It's unfortunate because honestly, he didn't have the worst start last night. He didn't have a good start, but it wasn't absolutely terrible. I mean, it's a shame. His curveball and the changeup just didn't really look good last night. As I talked about, I'm going to say it like 3 times in this video. He was going fastball, fastball, fastball for the first time through the Cardinals order, and then he seemed to move away from that. That was just that really kind of seemed to hurt him a little bit. So Aaron Nola certainly did not have the best start last night at all. So his curveball was just catching way too much of the plate. Of course he does allow that home run to Dickerson, but the home runs overall have been still down. He averages a strikeout every inning. I mean, that's certainly not bad at all. Phil's pitching staff continues to rank up strikeouts. That's one good thing, and then a perfect time to use Michael Kelly. He allows that home run to Lars Nootbaar. Job by Rob Thompson to not use high leverage reliever right there. He gives Michael Kelly the spot. Of course, the first pitch that he throws is knocked out at all. It's just it's very typical of a guy like Michael Kelly. No offense, but certainly not a guy to use in a big spot. So you chose the perfect time to use him last night. Bullpen is getting some rest going into this Toronto series, and tonight we're certainly going to need our bullpen well rested, as we have a bullpen game tonight with Andrew Bellani getting to start at 7:07 p.m. 1-3 record at 3.14 ERA. So it's nice to know the bullpen, in a sense, did get the day off yesterday, because honestly, again, I mean, Michael Kelly is not a name you're going to see be thrown out of that bullpen on a pretty regular basis. Am I right? And then 7:07, the first pitch tomorrow night, the 2-game series in Toronto. Zach Wheeler getting to start, 8-4, 1.8246 ERA. The snub, the all-star snub. So what an absolute joke. I'm still not going to live that down. The disrespect. I think we all need to get shirts that say the disrespect. Zach Eflin, just the tweet posted on the shirt, this the disrespect. I think we all need to make sure we get those shirts, to show our support for our ace, Zach Wheeler. So hopefully we can at least take one in Toronto, right? We're going to be without 4 players, of course, with JT Muto, Kyle Gibson, Aaron Nola, and Alec Bohm. So as I talked about, it is nice that Alec Bohm will be able to rest that dislocated left finger. Right? It is nice to know that. But Aaron Nola, we wouldn't have him anyway, right? Because he just started, and Kyle Gibson wouldn't have started in the series. So we're pretty much just affected by not having Alec Bohm and be playing the next couple of these anyway. And JT Muto, who really hasn't been that great. We all know that. So Garrett Stubbs will get to start the next 2 nights. I'm sure he's excited about that. So this isn't really going to affect this team too much. It's not like we're without Kyle Schwarber. It's not like we're without Nick Castellanos. So it's not the end of the world. So this is still going to be a pretty evenly matched series in Toronto. And then we got the day off on Thursday, and we head to Miami Beach for the final series before the All-Star break. So we need Kyle Schwarber. I mean, this is a hitter-friendly park. We need him to hit at least 2. I mean, I'm looking for at least 2 for Schwarbs. Still sits with 20. He just needs 3 more to tie Mike Smith's record for the most home runs prior to the All-Star break in Phillies history with 31. I'd love to see him break that with 32. I mean, hopefully he could do that. If he could just at least hit 30, I'd be very happy with that. But I'd love to see him break Mike Schmidt's record. That would just be so cool. Still, Kyle Schwarber did make some history, though, of course. Kyle Schwarber has the most home runs out of any Phillies first year in Philadelphia prior to the All-Star break, right? That is certainly an accomplishment. So just little final thoughts here. Of course, the Mets and Braves played last night. The Mets did unfortunately win, and Max Scherzer was definitely dealing last night. But the Braves. I mean, as Slit has said, I did watch this video. Very good video. Please go check him out. Sports Live, the ATL. Definitely a good guy. Please go check him out. I went on his live stream before, but he made a good point. He said, it's July. It is July. It's not September, it's July. So we still got a long way to go there. But for both sides, even if the Braves were to sweep the series, the Mets are still having, this isn't going to go down to the wire. I mean, this isn't just going to be like the Braves are going to win with it. It's not like the Mets are just going to win with it, right? I mean, it's going to be very evenly matched. I mean, this is pretty exciting. Right? We got the Braves and the Mets, or pretty much equal playing fields right now, battling it out for this division. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the description section at Phillies at Stove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Beyond Stove Media. Card text 267-225-3292. Email me, PhilliesHotStoveMedia at gmail.com. So 7:07, the first pitch tonight. Bellani on the mound, 1-3 with a 3.14 ERA, an opener in Toronto, Canada. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you. Let's go Phillies. I'll see you guys.